Hello, this is Cheryl Willis, relocation specialist here in Phoenix. And if you're thinking of moving to Phoenix, you're not going to want to miss this video. If you are starting a family or you have a young family and you're looking for the ideal place to raise your family, I'm going to break it down in a completely different way than you might find elsewhere on YouTube. I promise you it's totally different working with a relocation expert. And let me tell you, the sellers are still paying our compensation, including the builders. Today, I want to share with you East Mesa, which is part of the Southeast Valley in the greater Phoenix area. East Mesa predominantly has been nothing but farm and desert until we started to first see housing. Then we saw the freeway. We already had an existing airport, and now it's just starting to flourish. And it is opportune time to move into the East Mesa area. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more why. Everybody gravitates towards Gilbert and Chandler. But to be honest with you, it's a little pricey. So if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable that still provides everything that you see in these other cities and towns, you're going to want to watch this in detail because there's so many great things in the area, whether it's actually in the city of Mesa or in one of the neighboring areas. So again, let's talk about where East Mesa is. I'm talking predominantly about two zip codes, 85209 and 85212. So you're going to find that this is, like I said, the newer part. It's not even an old part that's being rehabbed. It is brand spanking new. And to be honest with you, there's some really cool farms over here, but the desert's not so pretty. So don't be thinking that we're killing and chopping down all the cactus. It's literally optimal time for both residential and commercial, both jobs, industrial, hospitals, everything is just popping up in this area. So let's start with what's important to you as a parent. We're talking about safe area. We're talking about clean area. We're talking about great schools. We're talking about social activities and amenities for the kids and for the parents as well. We also want to have shopping, dining, freeway access if you don't work in the immediate area, medical care. Boy, I have a lot of stuff to share with you, so we better get started. Let's start with the schools. When we look at greatschools.org, which is one of my great references for schools, just to kind of see what's where, you're going to see in this general area, we have everything above average. So 1 through 5 is going to be subpar or average. 6 or higher is better. And if you'll notice in this particular area, we're talking 7, 8, 9s, and 10s. Now, this is just for the schools that are in great schools. They don't cover absolutely everything. And if you are looking for maybe a secondary type of school or a technical school, or again, there's a whole lot of programs out there for kids, whether you're talking about East Valley Institute of Technology, which is going to be for the teenagers, the junior and senior level. You're probably wondering what that means. Why don't I circle back on that in just a moment? Whether we're talking public schools, charter schools, private schools, Montessori schools, specialty schools. I just got a call today for someone looking for an autism school. There is a ton in and around this area. You're just going to have to do your own research, but there's a lot of options. We in Arizona also have open enrollment. So for instance, that particular family was looking for an autism school, and you can use your federal money to use, it's not your money, but they will make sure it's all taken care of for your students, so it's tuition free. So again, there's a lot of opportunities, and more specifically, what I meant when I just threw it out there, it's called EVIT. East Valley Institute of Technology is a college and career school, again, that offers things like apprentice programs, everything from collision to repair to EMT, surgical technical associate's degree. You can get your kids before they graduate high school prepared for their future job and go into college already with their associate degree. And again, this is tuition free if you live in the East Valley. So again, big plus, and the schools are located, like I said, both of them in Mesa. Other things I want to mention, and people don't think about this when they think about buying a new home, but it's healthy eating. I think we all know, us Americans are really trying to live a healthier lifestyle, and especially if you're a crunchy or a scrunchy mom. For those young moms, you know exactly what I mean. But one of the great things about Mesa, it has this food trail. It's called Fresh Food Trail. And there was a lot of farms that were kind of right on the cusp of Mesa, Gilbert, and Queen Creek. And many of those farms exist today. So if you are looking for fresh food, like farmers market quality, and I'm telling you, the fruit is so sweet, and even the vegetables, the tomatoes are so sweet. These are things, fresh eggs even, that you can get only in this part of town. You can't find farms in other parts of the greater Phoenix area. They exist today here in this area. So again, living in this part of the greater Phoenix area, not only do you have access to, there's a brand new Whole Foods that's going into Gilbert, which I realize is not Mesa, but it's right next door. There's a Costco for larger purchase items. There's farms. Let me show you this Power Road Farmers Market. I'm telling you, the tomatoes there were amazing.
Flavorful tomatoes, which is Jessie Lee's favorite. Oh, they have taffy. Wow. Only $4.99 a pound too. That's insane. Oh my gosh, look at this.
There is one starting to come in a brand new part of this East Mesa. Here is a road to watch, and I know you're probably, what? There is a road called Power Road, which is where the farmers market is. And on one side, it's Gilbert, and the other side, it's Mesa. Well, let me tell you, Mesa has so many things planned for this area. And then don't go anywhere, because I'm going to show you a new housing community in the same general area so you can get an idea of the cost savings when buying in this area, but still super close to Gilbert. But I want to share this particular area with you because I have to tell you, I've never seen anything like it. No one has in Arizona. It's called none other than Cannon Beach. So Cannon Beach, I don't know who came up with this idea, but we have seen some pretty awesome things. I'm going to talk about Arizona Athletic Grounds too. Again, world's largest sports complex in Mesa. There's a lot of new concepts coming to Mesa, but Cannon Beach is a beach. They brought the sand in and they brought in water. And they are building a whole shopping center around this beach. So it's supposed to be like a beach experience, but you got to pay for it. There is, like I said, white sand beaches, there's lifeguards, and they have all kinds of instruction here. So you can get not only surfing coaching, but you can also get skateboarding coaching. Like for your kids that really love the skate parks, there are some free skate parks throughout the greater Phoenix area, but this one is included. So it could kind of attract the whole family. So let's take a look. Inside the little store, there's all kinds of, I mean, I really felt like I was going into LA or Huntington Beach, but I don't know. The price is a little hefty if you ask me, but it's nice having a choice as like a special event for the family to go on down here. The restaurants, the buildings are already built, some of them, and there's a lot of restaurants that are already popping up in this area. We are also seeing a lot of hotels pop up over here, just to let you know. It just kind of goes to show you that there's going to be a lot more businesses coming here, and they need the hotels for business travel. And with jobs, then comes shopping, then comes entertainment. See how it all kind of comes together? All of this takes decades to build. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the shopping that we have coming up in this area. But I like this area, Cannon Beach. It felt like so much fun. And here's the thing. I love bobas. So if you like bobas, there's a boba shop here. Let's show you how Jessie Lee got to experience her first boba. Treat for Cheryl time. Oh yeah. Boba time.
Here's your boba's ready. You're gonna grab one of those big old thick straws.
Okay, ready? Where do I put it?
Wherever you want. You're just gonna
Oh,
stab
advanced, winning. I'm just gonna. Oh, expert. Oh, that's easy.
it. Dang, you did good. All right, here's.
Yeah, you need the big straw so you can get your boba.
Did you get it right? Yeah, you sure did, right?
It's good.
That's good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Just what we needed.
Yeah, in the heat.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to take you to some new construction here. This is a community that's being built by Taylor Morrison. I love Taylor Morrison. I just love the variety of options that they offer. And I feel like they're a move-up buyer, in my opinion, meaning they're not the cheapest, low-grade builder, but they build move-up or nice quality first-time home buyers, and they go all the way up to luxury. They have some gorgeous luxury homes, but this particular community is Hawes Crossing, and Hawes Crossing right now kind of feels like it's in the middle of the desert. But here's the thing. You're only 1 mile from the grocery store and you're only 1 mile from the freeway. So you're not really in the desert. You're just kind of where it hasn't been built up yet. But there's so much coming. So and when I say coming, I don't talk about what's going to be coming in the next many years, like the builders say. I see the dirt being moved, because until that happens, so many other things can get in the way. So, Paws Crossing, one of the things I like about this particular area, especially for families, is it's part of the Gilbert School District, and they also provide busing to the schools from this area. I like the layout of the community itself. It has 4 different collections. The price points start in the 500s, the mid fives, and they go up from there based on the size of the lot and the floor plans that they have available. The entire community will have both single and 2-story, so there's not going to be one area with, like, some of their other communities have higher level homes and lots. This is not like that. This is really, honestly, this community is really geared more towards families, if you ask me. There is playgrounds at the end of so many different streets. I can see them already. And I really like this floor plan. So Jessie Lee and I are going to take you through a quick stroll through one of the models. There was actually like 7 or 8 models. So if you guys come out here, here's the thing. You have to, if you need or want representation, you have to be with the realtor the first time you visit that builder. Don't even call them online. Don't even register online. Call us today, because let me tell you, we get some of the greatest opportunities for our clients because we know how much we can push. And let me tell you, right now, at the time of this video, we have been getting our buyers so many more accompaniments, if you would, washer, dryer, refrigerator, backyard. I mean, like, there's so many things, window coverings, upgraded landscaping, because again, we know what we can push. And don't forget, the builder pays our compensation. So just remember, give us a call before you call that builder. Let's take a look with Jessie Lee. We're going to look at the floor plan. It's called the Windsor. And here's the thing, guys, this particular community is not a spec community. So this is one where you would want to build the home yourself. You get to pick out the lot that they have available, the floor plan you want, the elevation. You get to go to the design center and pick out everything that you want, which is really nice. This is how home building with new construction used to be, but we've seen so many changes. They're offering some great incentives. Like I said, we've been getting amazing. Never mind. I won't even tell you. You're going to have to call me just to find out. All right. So this one comes in a 3 and a 4 bedroom option. It also has a study, and it's 22, just under 2,200 square feet. And even though the lot is only 6,600 square feet, it sure delivers. So let's see what we have to show you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Oh, I love this courtyard. Interesting, they put it on the side of the house. So you know what? You would, I mean, not you would need to, but what I would do instead of these plants right here, I would put a fountain.
Yeah.
Or something that, you know, was a little bit more aesthetic pleasing.
For sure.
But you could totally do something there.
Yeah.
For sure.
All kinds of things right there.
As long as you had that setback, which I'm going to say you probably do. Check this out. Okay, we're not supposed to be looking at these kind of things, but look at that. That's interesting. I've yet to see that. I like the round.
Start then on this side of the house here
Okay.
and see what we have.
This is really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a side entry door. Okay.
Tall ceilings, tall doors. All right, so we have, oh, there goes my sandal.
Eh?
A restroom up here and then a couple of bedrooms on this side of the house. Double sinks.
Yeah, this is nice.
Like this little drop area.
Yeah.
Put your purse and your school bag or what have you.
I don't know if I like that window right there is from when you walk in the front door. That's kind of a privacy thing for me. Like that window, I would always make sure it's closed.
It depends on, do you want me to?
Go. Yeah.
I was gonna say, it depends on what you want to do with this room. I've had people say they like a room right here because then they can see when people are walking. Like if it was your home office.
Yep.
If it was your
Okay.
office, then you
But not a kid's bedroom.
Right. I agree with that for sure. But yeah, this is a decent sized room.
Yeah, it is a nice size room. Okay.
Yeah. And then
Look at the size of this room.
Yeah. The paint that they did almost makes the room look like
I was just
shaped.
it's
I was thinking, what is that weird shaped room? But it's just the paint.
It's an optical illusion.
I like that.
You know what they did too is they shoved this bed over here in the corner to give it the feel of a bigger bedroom.
Yeah.
But that is a super cool optical illusion.
Yeah, that is really neat. But you could totally put a desk here.
Now I do like the office having so many windows.
Yeah. If it was nice out
This
to
is
have the window
nice.
open and then the fountain,
Really
like a
big.
fountain out there. That's huge.
Yeah, and then we have like a whole nother wing here.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to the main living area. Let's check this out.
We're figuring it out as we go, aren't we?
Good storage,
Coat closet, yep. Which we don't need today.
right?
Oh. I'm thinking that's the primary suite. So we've got the garage, which is connected to the laundry room.
That's a lot of cabinets. I like that.
Let's look at this, but look at that floor.
I kind of like it.
It's interesting. It's just,
You know, it's just so funny too how in resale homes, this is what you don't want. You don't want a lot of different flooring, and yet this is kind of the style now.
That makes me laugh. I just took notes today and put too many different floorings on a house out of Lydia. Look at the big nice.
Yeah, this is a good sized bedroom. I know it's sometimes hard to tell, guys. Let's go check out the master bedroom. You know what? It's less clean if you ask me.
I agree.
Like that's nice in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not a huge tub. Let's see, Jessie Lee, how tall are you?
5'5".
Let's see how big is that tub? It looks small, but it's plenty big. Wash that man right out of my hair.
All the hair
I'm kidding.
that I have.
I
I
like.
tell you how many people want a seat like that in
Yeah,
the shower.
I like this. This is a nice size shower.
Yep.
Nice design. Let's check out that. Oh, look at the closet. Look how tall the shelving
I love
goes.
what they do. I've been
Wow.
seeing this recently, where they add the shelving way up high.
Oh, I'm digging that, you guys. This is perfect for, you know, Christmas outfits, winter boots, you know, like cowboy hats, you know, things like that that you don't need all the time.
Your fancy high heels that you have in the
Right?
box,
That you only, you know, wear out occasionally. And then you have this whole thing right here for shoes or shirts. And yeah, this is a really nice use
Really
of
good use of
space.
Yeah, for a closet that's not huge. So
Love
I like
it. If one person is sleeping and the other one gets up early in the morning, they're not bothered, right? It's totally separate.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. This is a really nice size room too, and I like that size window. And then I like these windows right here that are higher and let that natural sunlight come in.
Windows in this home so far.
Yeah.
And we haven't even.
Yeah, and I like this whole area right here too. This just feels so big, and like they didn't, like really good use of space. Like you could put a little bench here. You could even put another dresser right here, right?
Yeah. I like what you said too about the bathroom door being set off.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put a door on the bathroom because it's not, you know, right next to the bed.
This is really nice. Not too big, not too small. It's perfect, in my opinion.
I think it's perfect too. Yeah, I like how they, you know, made some of the rooms bigger. The bathroom is a little bit smaller, the primary bathroom. And then this isn't huge, ginormous, so good use of space.
I agree too. And it passes what I call the Christmas tree test. The Christmas tree would look great right here in this corner, right?
Yep.
It'd be perfect.
Oh,
Look at that. No. I mean, yes, I just did as I turned around. Got to show everybody here.
That's so cute.
That's awesome. Littles, the kids could hang out over there and watch TV.
I feel like my dog would climb up here and sprawl out.
Yeah.
And just be a part of the...
So with the teenagers, like lay your head over there and watch TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice size dining area as well.
Yeah. This is a nice space between, so more than two people can be in the kitchen at the same time.
Yeah,
I love that you could do a little coffee thing right here, right?
Yeah.
Nice size, you know, it's a small pantry, but with all this shelving, this is good storage for sure. And there's the little dining area. 2,100 square feet, this is great. And the price point on this, Jessie Lee, this home?
We're at starting price of $574,000.
Okay.
$574,000. So I like the floor plan.
I do too, very
Lots
much.
of windows in this home. Laid out nicely.
Very nice use of space. I know, I really like these shelves too. If you ask me, this is a great, inexpensive, but it's industrial. Like once upon a time, people didn't like exposed shelves like that, and they're super trendy now, right? You could also do extended cabinets all across the wall here if you wanted to get more storage. But this is a great, more cost-effective use of that wall. But you know, people ask us all the time, is there enough room for a pool? Is there enough room for a pool? You can build a pool in any size backyard.
Oh, can you?
But it depends on the size of the pool, right?
For sure.
So there are some lots that we have seen that have shocked us with a 5,000 square foot lot that have these small, I call it a spool, right? It's a spa size pool. Yeah. This again though is 6,600 square feet, more than enough room for a pool. And we even have a little grassy area for the kids to play, for the dogs to romp around. You don't need a large space. Built-in barbecue, Ramada. Oh, there's a Ramada next door. Yeah. So I would say on lots, here's all your, look at that massive equipment. I would say on lots under 6,000 square feet, we'd have to have more of a conversation of what you would expect for a pool, but at 6,600 it works. I have to tell you about these palms though. They're not my favorite in Arizona. These are called queen palms, and queen palms are not native to Arizona. They're brought in from Mexico or Central America, and I'll tell you, with the excessive heat that we have here in the last many years in the summertime with global warming, these are the first palms to die. Let me tell you, it sucks. So I would not recommend these palms. There's a lot of different palm options. I think they just put it here because it looks instantly it looks very Hawaiian-y, paradise-like.
All right. So what did you guys think? I liked that floor plan very much. And, you know, I know some people feel like they want more yard, and that is available in higher prices. If you are trying to get into, especially a young family, and you want to have extra money for the kids and I'm taking my grandson to an Easter egg hunt and, $20 a ticket, those kind of things. It's possible here in Arizona. And Taylor Morrison, like I said, they're giving our clients some amazing incentives. Anyways, my point is that instead of having that larger lot, this again was 6,600 square feet, more than enough to do a little grassy area, some trees, and even a pool if you don't want a pool. Here's what this community has. Let us show you the community center. This, in my opinion, is an elevated community center. Like, it's awesome, and it comes with a gym. So you're going to save money on having to pay for a gym membership elsewhere. And if I didn't mention earlier, the HOA at this particular community is $144 a month. And wait till you see what I got here to show you what it comes with for the kids.
Come on, Jessie Lee. Let's go check this out. Oh yeah, huh? That's creative. That's outdoor. Yeah, that's like from the 70s. Beautiful, lots of windows. Yeah, winter or summer. Let's go check out the gym. Now, the HOA here again?
144.
Okay, so 144, and you don't have to join a gym. Show us how it's done, Jessie Lee. You go, girl.
Actually, I like this gym.
So just in case anybody's interested to know, it's 6 inches. Well, check out this little jungle gym. That looks like fun.
It does look like fun. It also looks like metal.
I was gonna say, is that metal or is it composite?
Don't be so hot. It's so hot. It's metal.
Okay, that's not good. It probably has a warning thing on there to not play in the sun.
You know, it has a...
That has a coating on it. All right, well, in the middle of the summer, you're not going to play in the middle of the day. This ground looks like it's just grass. It's cushy grass. Can you feel it?
Yeah. Boing. No, see, so there's... But this, if your kid's leg touches that...
Yeah, so be a smart mommy and don't play in the middle of the day. Hey. You did that so well. How was your dismount?
Hold on, I'm still trying to figure it out.
How many courts do we have here, Jessie Lee?
We have 4 pickleball courts, and they're used for crossing residents and their guests only. 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So
oh, nice. Okay.
Which is nice. You come out here and play at 5 a.m.
A lot of folks do.
Wake up at that time.
All right.
Oh, and how about those pickleball courts? Those pickleball courts, that is so funny that they have the lock key on it. Let me tell you, pickleball is insane everywhere, I suspect. It's not just Arizona. And so people are looking for courts all over the place. So it's kind of nice that you're only going to have your community there or whoever you invite, if that is what you are looking for. So amazing opportunity over there. But here's the thing. East Mesa has what I call newer homes. And honestly, my favorite community is out here. Let's talk about it. None other than Eastmark. Eastmark is now considered a resale community. It is completely sold out as far as new construction. And I like recommending newer homes to buyers because that's where you get your biggest bang for your buck. Yes, right now the builders are offering all kinds of amazing incentives so that you get a lower monthly payment. But let me tell you, these amazing backyards, if that's what you're looking for, and most people are, they don't realize it. In fact, here's a great comparison. If you are looking for that 6,600 square foot back lot and you're just going to be putting in basic rock around the edge, maybe a couple trees and some turf, you're talking about $12,000 to $15,000. People don't realize that it costs that much. If you were talking about a pool, we're talking $100,000 by the time you're done. So just the pool might be $40,000, $50,000, but then there's the other things that you're going to be added that makes it those amazing backyards. So when you buy a resale home, it's already built into that purchase price. Are you willing to pay maybe 100, 200, maybe even $300 more a month to get that incredible backyard as opposed to having come out of pocket like $100,000? That's where we want to have that conversation with you. And when I say newer, it's funny. People go, well, yeah, like 2 or 3 years old is going to be okay. Let me tell you, most homeowners don't put $150,000 in a backyard and sell their home in 2 or 3 years. Not that what doesn't happen, but the realistic expectation, when I say newer, I mean 10 to 15 years. That is really where you still get a lot of life left on the home and you get everything built in with that original purchase. So again, I'm a numbers girl, guys. I'll help you work the numbers. Give me a call. Let's do a Zoom call. Let's talk about what works best for you. There's a lot of nice benefits that go with new home construction, but there's a lot of stress that also does and costs that go in afterwards. So let me go back to Eastmark and again, talk about one of my favorite communities. Eastmark was voted the #1 master plan community in the state of Arizona for like 4 years running when they were still building it. Well, let me tell you, when they were still building it, homeowners were waiting for their kids' friends to move in. They were waiting for the parks to be done. And now today, it's done and it has absolutely everything. I stumbled over there a couple of weeks ago. I had my dog with me. We took a little walk in their great park. This is a super cool idea where the builder, the developer, there's a lot of builders. The developer partnered with the city of Mesa. So it's some of this is public for anyone like me to go there, and then some of it is reserved for homeowners only. The community pool was live. It was active. Again, this is the social environment you want for your kids. When you go to the new construction, remember the pool I just showed you at the other community? It was only a couple little kids there. So do you want to wait for those kids to move into your neighborhood, or do you want to move into a neighborhood that has everything already completed, beautiful shade trees? Shade trees take years to build. Beautiful green lawns. I'm telling you, there's a lot to buying in a newer community than a new community. Again, let's have that conversation because East Mesa does have, it's not just Eastmark. Eastmark is definitely one of my favorites, especially with Steadfast Farms right on site. So you can go and buy your fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. They have a basic school right there in the middle, and the park over there, they have movie night, they have concerts in the park, they have a community center for the homeowners, the residents, where they have all kinds of programs for the kids. It is a lot of fun. They have a skate park that on site there. They have a catch and release. They have soccer fields. They have I don't know if you call it softball or baseball fields, but there is a lot of on-site. And here's one of the really cool things recently added. They are finally breaking ground on what they are calling East Market. East Market will have a couple of different shops. I guess there's no anchor yet, but they are going to be releasing that, and they are starting the grading. So that means it's coming within the next year. Oh, I got to let you know, the website that we have for you is amazing. You have to check out goarizonarealestate.com, and you are going to be transported leaps and bounds beyond where you would be with any other website. If you want to look for home searches, you can do a home search on here, but I'll tell you, there's so many more steps before you get to that home search, and that's what this website will enable you to. Go to the map section, and you're going to be able to just hover right on over any city that seems of interest to you. Compare cities next to each other. And then you can look at all the different videos back to back to back of that area so you can learn a little bit more. There's never been an easier way to connect with a relocation expert, and we've put together this free resource website for you. Check it out. I think you're going to be very impressed. Not to mention, we have a free relocation guide that you can also download that'll give you a lot of information on different areas in the greater Phoenix area. Okay, let's go back to the video that you were here for. One of the other huge benefits for families and kids, especially those that are involved in club sports, is you are located right down the road from Arizona Athletic Ground. And I know you probably don't even know what that is. It is the world's largest sports complex. So whether you're talking anything from e-games to baseball to football to, oh my gosh, I can't even remember, tennis, yoga, gymnastics, they have competitions, they have basketball, they have pickleball courts, they like 40 of them. It is insane. Again, I popped on over here for you. You can see this was for a weekend that had a ton of, it was a baseball tournament. So it was really kind of fun seeing all the kids. It's $5 parking and it is amazing. There's restaurants on site. They have movies, they have special events, they have conferences, expos, all kinds of things. It's really cool to live so close to something like this. And if you have older kids, teenage kids, the club sports are really big, and this is usually where they play. We're talking volleyball, softball. I already mentioned the baseball, basketball. Did I get them all? I can't even think of it all. But again, I'm only talking about what Mesa has to offer. Just down the street, like not kidding, like a mile and a half, it's Queen Creek. So let me pull out the map here real quick for you guys, because I think this is going to kind of help share with you what's going on in the area and also how close it is to everything else. If I scroll out a little bit here, you can see this is all the city of Mesa. And the video that I'm talking about right here, I am talking about this area right here, okay? Just to give you a perspective. If we go and look in everything that is coming in and around this area, it's insane. And how much they still have to develop is crazy too. So this is that road, the Power Road I was telling you about. On the west side, this is all Gilbert. And on the east side, it is Mesa. And as you can see, these are all different stages of like everything from pending planning, building already, permits issued, etc. And if I scroll in just a tad bit, when you see these smaller roads, that's where residential is there. And Elliott, here's Power Road. The new home community that I was showing you is right here. Eastmark is right here. And look at the freeway access. You have Interstate 60 right here. And you have the 202 that goes right here. And if you're one of the amazing people that will be working at LG Energy, this is LG Energy right here. And then this is already a freeway, even though this map doesn't show it. They call it a gateway. Sorry, it's a gateway. It will be a freeway. You know what? At first it was a state route. Now I see it's a gate. You don't care. That's not what we're talking about, right? Man, I just keep talking. All right, the gift of gab. So most of this on the main road on Elliott, you're going to see these are mostly industrial employers. A lot of data centers, Google's over here, Facebook's over here, and that's not going to add to a lot of traffic. Like even though the data centers are really large, and they are quite large, they are not a nuisance other than they are just there. And there's literally maybe 100 people that are working in the data center. So it's not like massive traffic is going to be over here. When there is a lot of other industrial type of buildings that are being built, and you're going to have smaller companies, and I'll tell you why they're going here. It's because there's so many businesses that are moving to the greater Phoenix area, and they're looking for not only a solid power grid, which Arizona is, believe it or not, one of the top states in the country, but also the proximity to an airport, freeways, and a railway system. And that is what East Mesa delivers. So from, I wouldn't say necessarily, again, from a long-term investment, this is going to be a high demand area in a very short time frame. We saw what happened to Chandler in the early 2000s. Then it expanded to Gilbert, and that blew up, right? Then it went straight to Queen Creek, and Queen Creek blew up. This is the next section that is blowing up right now, just to let you know. And again, you can see where all this stuff is moving in. So over here, we have an EOS so again, here's that new community that I was just showing you. Here's the freeway system. And here's Eastmark, just so you kind of have your bearings. This right here is Cannon Beach. This right here is massive shopping already. I did another video on this. Close to the airport. I know, well, it's an airport, but it's smaller planes. It's not commercial. There's only one commercial airline right now that's operating out of there. It's called Allegiant Airlines. They have smaller planes. I'm not a pilot, so I don't know all the different terminology and everything, but not helicopters. Like you don't hear those kind of noise. Again, it's just the smaller planes. And a couple of videos, I actually caught the plane flying over.
It's not too bad.
Can we hear it? We can
Definitely
hear it.
not
I heard the plane more
as bad
here
as the jets on the
because it
west
was
side of the
coming in
valley.
directly this way. And that is going to be over here. I've actually heard that Morrison Ranch in Gilbert has quite a bit of airplane noise. And like I said, over here when I did one, I heard one flight coming over and it was coming in straight for a landing, so it was much noisier. Here in East Mesa, the plane that I heard was coming, like I think it was flying around this way and then making a circle to come in for a landing because it was way higher than the plane over here. I realize I might be going on about the airport, but I think that's important. I think a lot of people ask that. You'll notice here, so this is Cannon Beach. Then we have the farm that I was showing you here, the farmer's market. Then we have here, this is all new construction right here. It's going in. This is grocery stores right here. EOS is going in here. There's going to be a drive-through restaurant, coffee shop, tire shop, like all of that's happening right here. This is going to be more employment. This is all, also we have a lot of hotels that are coming up here, which is again, an indication of what's happening out here. There's massive jobs that are coming to this area, which again, that shows the sustainability in this area, the high demand. So you have employment, again, housing, employment, jobs. We have medical care right over here. Here's a weird story I'm going to share with you guys. Actually, that healthcare, where are we here? The healthcare is right here, the hospital. The little hospital, I know this sounds funny. You're probably like, yeah, but it's such a little hospital. Who's that going to help? There's a whole new way that hospitals take care of their patients. Instead of having massive hospitals only a few miles apart, they build these ginormous ones. So the nearest Dignity Health is on the 202 at Val Vista. I'll show you where that is in the map in a second. And then they build these medical emergency centers. And so there are beds there, but they're only like 10 to 12 beds. And they do have an emergency room. So everything that is needed immediately can be taken care of. If it's something of grave need, you need additional medical care or etc. There's there's a helicopter here, which is another reason why I can't fly my drone over here in this area to show you this area. But the helicopter is literally a 1.5-minute flight to the big hospital. All right, let me show you a couple more on that map because there's one other thing I want to tell you about. So this little gray area here, this is, it's not going to be developed. What is over there right now, in full disclosure, it is a bulk pickup waste management area. Like, I don't know what to call it. And when I say bulk, when you hear the word waste management, you immediately think dump. That's not what it is. Waste management in Arizona is the name of the garbage pickup company. Okay, waste management. If you haven't heard of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, party on the grass. Anyways, but the key is this is where the bulk pickup distribution. So they take bulk pickup is like trees, furniture, it's big bulk items. It's not waste. And so they bring this to this separation facility. I don't know. I'm not a trash engineer. All right. And then they separate it to go to different places, whether it be the dump or recycle or etc. So it doesn't emit any odor at all whatsoever. From that community that I was showing you, you can see where the big building is if you buy on that part of the community. But I took a walk out to the dirt there and I was sniffing for y'all, and I'm telling you, there's no waste being dropped off there. Also, the proximity of, like I said, the airport we already talked about. So those are some of the negatives in this area, but there is a huge plus to having that. And again, that jobs. If you are a pilot and you look at all the airports and air parks we have in the Phoenix area, I don't care where you live in the greater Phoenix area, you got a plane flying over you. Like you really, really do. Let me tell you, with a drone, I know, because I know the areas that I can't fly, which I feel like is everywhere. All right, guys, let me tell you, there's so many pluses to buy in the East Mesa area, whether you're buying a home that's 5, 10 years old or new construction. Here's what you got to do, though. You got to start with giving us a call. And I don't mean the day before you get here. Give us a call. We can usually rally up for y'all and get everything for a week ahead of time. But try and give us a call 3, 6, 9 months ahead of time. We will get you on the right direction as to what to do at that phase of your relocation, and we'll walk you through the next steps. Here's the thing. There's a lot of people doing YouTube videos. There's a lot of YouTube videos that are by realtors, but they don't have the experience, the knowledge, the background that we have, and we do work in a team environment, but we're not so big that I'm not working on the transactions. I work with every single client that we lock in on our buyer broker agreement. You will actually work with me and another one of the members of my team. So we're not that big that you're not going to get to work with me. And at the same time, you're not so small that you're only working with maybe a part-time brand new realtor that just decided to make YouTube videos. It makes a difference who you hire. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, or weekends. We got you back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona.